Okay, I finally got it figured out. Apologize for the delay there. So, right now it looks really weird, but a large part of that is because this is not the same color as the rest of the face, and we will be fixing that when we put a black and white over it. So we would use the same techniques that I was showing you for these different bits of copying, pasting, and moving little bits and pieces to rebuild here on the cheek and here on the arm. Then I would go about finishing it by adding a black and white adjustment layer, and there you can see that made that look a lot more normal. And after that I would add a levels layer to increase the brightness of everything. Now, not to the point that detail starts to disappear, so I'm watching right here where it gets too bright. And then I would also bring in the dark as well, just a little bit. And that's looking a whole lot better than it was before. In fact, if I grab all of my layers over here and put them in a group, I can show you a before and after. So that mouth doesn't look anywhere near as weird as it did just a few minutes ago. Now, I'll just warn you, the whole repatching it thing, that's just something that kind of comes with practice, and it's a great idea to watch several tutorials and just work at your level. If you try and deal with a lot of stuff that you really don't have any idea about, it can be really frustrating. But here's a halfway decent rebuild, and this is really bothering me, so I'm going to fix this little cheek right here by doing the same thing we've done elsewhere and moving and transforming a piece until it covers up the problem. I'm going to erase to soften those edges. And then merge down. So I have a whole bunch of different pieces here. I'm going to merge them all together. Sorry, I'm working too fast, I can tell. Grab the top layer, hold shift, grab the bottom layer, and then use your merge command, Command E. We'll merge those all together. And that's pretty much it. The last thing you could do is play with the contrast a little more. And I do that by creating a dodge and burn layer, by making a new layer, filling it by going to Edit, Fill with 50% gray, and then setting it to Overlay and using my dodge and burn tools. And this is where you can lighten up areas of the face that might seem like they're a little dark and grungy. Put the exposure fairly low so you can work on this a brush stroke at a time and you don't make it just all of a sudden seem super over bright or super dark. But a touch or two here and there, you can play around with what looks good and just bring a little more emphasis to the face. Anytime you're working with eyes, it's a good idea to get a really small brush and brighten the contrast in the eyes just a little bit, not a whole lot or it looks freaky, but just a little bit will make them come so much more alive. So that is all.